Before we can file tax returns on your behalf, you need to set up each return in your Avalara account. We automatically suggest states based on where you've told us you're registered to collect tax. However, if you need to, you can add additional regions. When you add a state or region, we'll warn you if you aren't calculating tax in that region. To turn on tax calculation for a state or region, go to your settings and update where you collect tax. If you tell us to file a return in a place where we aren't calculating tax for you, you risk having us file a $0 return. To set up your tax returns, start by selecting the region you want to set up first. Next, you need to select the specific return or returns that you want us to file on your behalf. If you already know which return you need to file, you can search for it. Otherwise, for some states, you can answer additional questions about your company, and we'll suggest the tax returns that you're most likely required to file. Select the returns that you want to add. The next step is to add your filing information for each tax return. For most returns, we need to know your registration number, how frequently you're required to file, when you want us to start filing, and your e-filing login. Many states use two-factor authentication on their e-filing portals. When setting up a return in one of these states, you need to sign into the state's e-filing system and change your two-factor authentication email address to the unique email address shown here. If you don't complete this step, we won't be able to file your returns. You also need to add the email address where you want to receive two-factor authentication requests. When we receive a two-factor authentication code, we'll automatically forward it to the email address that you add here. That way, you'll still have access to your account. If you haven't already, you need to add your basic company information. When you're done adding your information, save. You need to complete this process for each return that you want us to file for you. If you don't have all of the necessary information, or if you decide you don't want us to file this return for you, you can set up this return later. You can always add, edit, or tell us to stop filing a tax return at any point in the future from within the Avalara portal. If you set up all of the recommended returns in a region, we automatically mark that region as complete. You can also manually mark each region as complete. After you set up your tax returns, we automatically file them for you each filing period.